everyone. How are y'all? I'm sorry I'm a little late. Almost 15 minutes late, but it's okay, whatever. You said hi. Hey, Sin. And hey, Trilobite. How are you? Good to see y'all. Sid waves. I'm waving back. Let's see. I love all the little Pikachus. Super cute. Sid, doing okay. How are you? I'm doing better. Doing better. Today's been productive, I think. About as productive as it can be. So I slept great last night. If anything, that's a win because my sleep hasn't been that good lately. But yeah, I slept great. Got a full 8 hours, so I'm really happy about that. Right now on Celestia at 6:29 p.m. on Monday, December 29th, 2025. I have an event announcement to share today. On New Year's Eve, we'll be saying goodbye to 2025 and greeting the new year with a big countdown. I'm going all out with fireworks and more, so please come to the plaza to ring in the new year. That's all for today. Have a fun day out there. It's basically nighttime, but whatever. We'll have fun. Sid doing well. Hope everyone can say the same, right? I keep wanting to pick this game up again, but never do. That's okay. This is like my game for when I really need to just like take it down, you know, like full on relaxation, nothing in my mind, you know, like something I can play mindlessly. This is it. I love it, and it's just so cute. And I have like my favorite characters, you know, who is like right now we have Diana and Ione and Sasha, Peanut, and Eugene. These aren't all of my favorites, but they're my current favorites that are on my island. All these other ones I don't care about. But anytime I talk to them, it just makes me feel better. Like, they're just so cute. It's a huge win. Thank you. Yes. Yes. I think I finally figured out what I need. Because, like, sometimes, like, in all honesty, sometimes you just need a little help, you know? And my mom had to remind me of that. She gave me, like, these Unisom melts. And, I think they're, like, all natural. Because she has her allergies, so she can only, like, take certain things. So she's practically vegan now. Not completely, but... you know. But yeah, I took one of those and slept like a baby, so. But I think I'm just gonna use them to like reset my sleep schedule. So like, for example, I'm not gonna take one tonight or the night after that unless my sleep just gets off again at some point, like within the next, I don't know, week or month. Hopefully it won't, but, well, I know New Year's is coming up, so I'm gonna be up late, so there's that. But whatever. You said awesome, take it when you can get it. Yes, especially like now while people have breaks and stuff, you know. My break is pretty much over already. I don't know if I'm gonna get New Year's Eve off, but I know I get New Year's Day off, so that's good. He said, I like it. It just takes so long before you can actually start building an island, which is the only thing I'm interested in. Oh my god. Have you started building your island yet? Or, like, did you get to that part? Because there's ways to just kind of, like, streamline it, if that makes sense. So that you're not waiting too long. Like, you can do it, honestly, I'd say, like, within a few days, you know? If you're not time traveling, of course. I'm missing one of my tools, and I don't know what it is. We're gonna have to get another one, whatever it is. I've got my shovel. I need an axe. That's what it is. Don't sleep on getting into a good evening routine either. See, that's my thing. I feel like my evening routine is awesome. Like, I like everything that it consists of right now, you know? I think that's perfect. I was really just having trouble with the falling asleep, like, at a good time part, and then staying asleep. Because sometimes I would fall asleep, like, way past my bedtime, and then I wouldn't get enough sleep, you know? So then I'd wake up super tired, or I would sleep in longer than I wanted to. I still slept in this morning, but not as bad as I normally would. Like, I still, like, woke up with enough time to, like, get some of my morning routine stuff done, you know? So I think it's just, you know, work in progress. Like, things don't happen overnight, you know? So, but I think the more I do it, the better it'll get, you know? But yeah, my evening routine is great. It's just the falling asleep and staying asleep part. 'Cause sometimes I would, like, wake up in the middle of the night for, like, no reason. It's like, why am I awake? But I also think I have one of those brains where it's like there's always something on my mind, you know? And it's like racing thoughts and all that stuff, you know? It's hard to, like, get my mind to just, like, shut up, you know? Let's see. A little sleep hygiene goes a long way. Yes, that sleep hygiene works wonders. And something I was telling my dad is, I wonder if one of my issues has been like I always hear people say, like, oh, you should, like, read a book before you go to sleep, because like, in the past, reading has definitely helped me sleep, you know? Like, I'll fall asleep while reading a book. But I feel like I'm starting to wonder if that applies to all books or not, because I'm currently reading the third book from the Game of Thrones series, and we passed Diana's house. I'm starting to wonder if maybe that's not such a good idea, just because it's so, like, you know, action-packed, and it's like every end of a chapter leaves you on a cliffhanger, so it makes you want to keep reading, you know? Like, that's just the way, what's his name? George R.R. Martin, that's the way he writes. So, traps you, you know? Makes you, want more. And then it's like, I do want to see what happens next, but I also need to sleep, you know? You said, ha ha ha, I was literally wondering if you were going to say GOT, because the same thing happened to me reading them at night, right? It's just so good, like, you know? I watched the show first, and then one of my friends from college, he was like, if you love the show, you need to read the books because they're even better. And he had the whole collection, so he gave me the first two books, and he was like, read those. Oh, there's Diana. Lollipop, you were awake for a spell, weren't you? I wasn't gone that long, Diana, okay? Not compared to before. But, yeah, he was like, read the first two, I'll give you the other ones. And after I read the first two, I didn't know when I was going to see him again because I had moved. And I was just like, I'm just going to go ahead and buy the third. And so here I am. I couldn't wait. Hey, Tyler! How in the world are you? Welcome back. How was your holidays? I hope you had some good ones. Technically, we're still in the holidays, right? Like, until New Year's is over, isn't that how it works? Then we also got Lunar New Year and all that, so is it ever really over, you know? I guess in a way you could almost say it's almost always the holidays. Except around this time is when we get the most breaks, I think, for most people. I confess I was getting a wee bit worried, but you seem fine as Frog's hair. I didn't think Frogs had hair. And there's two of my favorites in the same spot. Lollipop, I was just wondering when I'd see you again. I've been clipping coupons, but that was starting to get boring. Alright, let's go to Sasha's house. I love Sasha so much. Sasha is such a just silly character. I never know what Sasha's gonna say, but I just know that every time he opens his mouth, I'm gonna love it. I'm really hoping George finishes the series. I need a different ending for the story. LOL. Me too. I want to see how it ends too. It's interesting though because I keep hearing people say things like he only has written a certain amount of can I go this way? A certain number of the books, right? And I know that the set like isn't finished yet. But I don't know, I feel like somebody told me like, oh, he hasn't written like the 6th or the 7th book or something, and I was looking on I can't remember if it was Goodreads or Storygraph. I use Storygraph now to like keep track of all my book stuff, just because it's not like connected to Amazon at any way, shape, or form. Sasha's all the way up there. Okay. Saw me from all the way up there. But, yeah. So I've been using Storygraph. And I'm pretty sure, like, it has the 6th and 7th books listed, so I don't know what the deal is, but I saw on TV the other day that house parties are real popular now. You invite friends over, eat snacks, chill, hang out, and eat snacks. I want a house party too. I think Sasha's missing the dancing part. But I guess, you know, it could be a kickback. You don't have to have dancing. Simia, you want to come over? Hoppity, you're free, right? I would, but we got stuff to do, Sasha. We love you, but not right now. No worries, I get it. Maybe next time. I love how anytime you turn them down in this game, they never get mad at you, you know? Like, you know how in real life, like, you know, you tell somebody, like, nah, I can't pull up. Sometimes, like, people will get, like, touchy about it, you know? They'll take it personal. It's like, it's nothing personal. I still love you. Just calm down, you know? Chill out. You said pretty good. The gifts I got went over well. How about yourself? That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. I didn't really like get gifts this year. Me and my family, we had originally talked about like going and like renting a cabin. That's just something we had like always wanted to do around Christmas time, but we've just never done it. And it was funny because like we didn't get to do it, but I think it's because we just didn't like plan enough in advance, you know? Like we had just started talking about it around November, like around Thanksgiving, I think, because when we were like first started brainstorming about it. And I think also, like, to be fair, there's just like a lot going on right now, you know, so it might be better to do it when everybody's more, I don't know, like in the mental space to relax, you know, so. But yeah, I did get some good snacks though. My dad, well actually both my parents, I think it was a gift from both of them, but they got me a bag of chocolate covered peanuts from this store where they like make them homemade, like from scratch, all that, you know. They're way better than the chocolate covered M&M peanuts. Way better than those. 1,000 times better. Huh, Lollipop? It's been ages. Yeah, it's been ages since I saw you. Y'all are exaggerating. I was not gone that long. Were you away seeing a show or something, even though your fave pop star is right here on this island? I get it. It's totes important to see the world. Just don't forget to hang with me sometimes, Kay. Hey, Peanut. Whatever. Let's see. And then I also got one of my aunts. She made these things called haystacks. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of them before, but they're made with like butterscotch. And it's funny because like I didn't even know I liked butterscotch, but these things are delicious. They're so good. All right, so we have seen Diana, Peanut. Now we just gotta go see Eugene. Okay. There we go. Oh no, I overshot. Hold on. This back me. Okay. I was like, I messed it up. There we go. And then I'm trying to think what else I got. They got me a little panda light. I think I brought it with me, but I'm gonna put it somewhere in here when I like get another table or dresser or something, so I can like have it on display. But it's really cute. It's like you squeeze the panda and it lights up. I'm trying to think if I got anything else. I think that was pretty much it. But yeah, I honestly had told my parents, I was just like, I don't really need anything this year because like I'm good, you know? Like I'm kind of at a point in my life now where it's like anything that I want, I can just, you know, get it. So I was like, I'm satisfied. Let's see. He said, yeah, 6 and 7 are unfinished, unfortunately. People are worried because he's being really cagey about his progress. Hold on. So maybe 6 and 7 are like in the system, but like as placeholders, because you said they're not out yet, right? Because one of them is called A Dream of Spring. How are people already giving reviews on this book? That's ridiculous. What do you mean? But I think you're right. Yeah, because it has a thing on here that says originally titled A Time for Wolves, the 7th and apparent final book of George R.R. Martin's acclaimed series of Song of Ice and Fire. And that's all it says. Usually the descriptions are much longer, so maybe that's why, because like you said, it's not out yet. Dagnabbit. Let me see. Hold on, because I'm curious. But like I said, also like why are there already reviews for it if the book ain't even out yet? Oh, and then there's a book called The World of Ice and Fire. It says for readers who crave immersive fantasy histories, scholarly excavation of mythic bloodlines, lost empires, and slow sediment of centuries. It's for those who relish lavish illustrations, dense lore, me. That's me. And an academic yet adventurous tone where every marginal note feels like an archivist's whisper across deep time. I might have to read that too. I do love lore. I love me some lore. The deeper, the better. Okay, yeah. So we're still waiting on 2 whole books then. Chocolate covered peanuts are goated, right? You speak my language. I love them. Like, well, I'll say this. In general, my favorite kind of snacks, not just candy, but snacks in general, I love like sweet and salty snacks, and I feel like you kind of get that with chocolate covered peanuts, you know? And then for candy in general, I love like sour stuff, like sour gummy worms. Oh my god, I love those. Oh, it really is you. For a second there, I didn't even recognize you. It's been that long. It has not been that long, Eugene. You know, I was just thinking about you the other day, wondering what you were getting up to. I'm just glad to see you're still here on Celestia, and I'm hyped to see what you do next. I'm gonna lurk playing some Arc Raiders. Okie dokie. One of my classmates from law school was telling me he's been playing that lately and he loves it. I have to see, like, if it's my speed or not, because I feel like with games like that, if I feel like it's too fast paced, like I can't do it, you know? Like, to give y'all an example, I can't do COD fast paced, but I can do Fortnite. I feel like it's not as fast paced as COD. Before we go to Harv's Island, I think we should probably get rid of some stuff. Like, I should put this stuff in my house. And then, I got a lot of bushes, and they're taking up a lot of space. So part of me feels like maybe we should just get rid of them. Plant them somewhere. I'm gonna use them for landscaping, but I'm not quite ready to do that yet. So I think I'm just gonna put them at the back of the island for now. So they'll be here. But then they'll also be like out of the way, you know? So let's see. I made this place kind of like a maze, so I'm trying to see like where can I get in at. But I have a ladder, so we can just use that. I still need to get that box. Oh, you know what? We can just put them in between the trees for now. We'll deal with this later. Way later. Like, not anytime soon. Said, yeah, they sound like placeholders. Okay, yeah. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. I got my hopes up. I was like, everybody else is wrong. I'm about to read these books. But no. Not quite. That one sounds interesting, doesn't it? I love stuff like that. Like, TV shows, movies, games that have really dense lore, you know? Like, I think probably the first thing like that for me was probably The Last Airbender. Like, anything that has world building in it, I love stuff like that. Like, fictional worlds that don't exist, I eat that up for breakfast. And I will, like, learn all the history about it, even though it's not real at all. But to me, it is. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I love stuff like that. I know there was a similar fan-made companion book to Stephen King's Dark Tower series. I've never heard of the Dark Tower series. Is it something that you think I might just, you know, get super into? I do like horror, so. And I think Stephen King did one of my favorite horror movies of all time, The Shining. I love The Shining. I just think, like, it's just so like for a horror movie, I think it's perfectly done. Oh, I'm the same way, either chocolate with peanut butter or something sour / gummy. Yes, same. I love gummies. Like, I never grew up in that way. Like, my dad, he knows I love, like, just gummy snacks in general. And so anytime he gets some, because he's a teacher, so he's, like, around gummies, like, all the time, but whenever he gets some, he'll always, like, give them to me because he knows I love them. Which also isn't the best thing because I'm trying to, like, cut down on the sugar in my life. Ooh, my money tree. This is why we need to get the axe. So we're just gonna... We're gonna run up in here right quick and get what we need. I also have this weird thing about, I only like chocolate in chocolate form. Like, for example, I don't like chocolate cake. I don't like, well, specifically, I'll say this. I don't like chocolate cake, but I like Hershey bar cake. I think it's because you're using actual chocolate bars in the cake, you know? But, yeah. If you just give me a chocolate cake, I don't want it. And then I don't like chocolate ice cream. I don't like these things because to me they don't taste like actual chocolate. Like when I think of chocolate, I think of a chocolate bar, you know? So I think that's why I like Hershey bar cakes instead of you know, all the other stuff. And it's funny because my brother, he's the exact same way. But my dad, he likes all chocolate. So he just looks at us like we're weird. He'll be like, I don't understand y'all. How are you my children? Said, it's really polarizing. Either people love it or hate it, even among his hardcore fans. Okay. Some of it hasn't aged that well either. You know, to be honest, like, I'll say this. I've been wondering for, like, quite some time now if I should get into Stephen King more. So I don't know, but I don't know, maybe it's worth it. Maybe it's worth it. I mean, Game of Thrones is kind of polarizing, you know, so maybe I'll feel at home. You said not even brownies? Okay, so here's my thing about brownies. I'm real specific about brownies. I like brownies, but they have to be made a certain way. And once again, preferably with chunks of chocolate in it. And I'm not talking fudge, I'm talking actual chocolate, like melty chocolate, like, yeah, chunks from a chocolate bar kind. I need to taste it. I need it melty, hot. Yes. Like, for example, my mom, she used to make, when I was little, she would make, I think they would call like triple chocolate chunk brownies. And they came in like this Betty Crocker mix. And it even had the Hershey bar brand on it. So you knew this is made with Hershey bars. So, but to me, those were the best brownies in the whole world. And to be honest with you, like, I don't really like brownies that aren't made with, like, chocolate bars in them. Or from chocolate bars or whatever. I got a lot of money. I think we should go to the museum first and get rid of these. Well, we don't really have to, because we cleared out a lot of space now that we got rid of the bushes. I love how you ask, like, not even brownies? Because that question always comes up. Like, to be fair. Hi, Wizard. Said, I need more bullets. I need more bullets. Okay. Are you team chewy or team cakey? I'm chewy all the way. Those sound amazing. You mean for brownies? And don't even get me started on cake, because that's a whole other thing. I got a lot of opinions on food, y'all. A whole lot of opinions on food. Why, hello, Nina. Welcome to the Celestial Museum. How may I be of service? Assess our fossils. I'm pretty sure we have all the fossils already, but we can't sell them unless we get them assessed, so... Well, we can, I think, but we won't get as much money for them. I think that's how that works. More than one I see. Let us take a closer look, shall we? Yes, indeed, quite splendid. Alas, our museum already has fossils. Yep, I knew it. Alright, thank you, Blathers. Nice seeing you. We won't take up any more of your time. He said yeah for brownies. I think I'm chewy. I've never really thought about it. Cause I don't know, I feel like when you make them with like chocolate from chocolate bars and you put that in it, I feel like that at least all the times I've had them, like from when my mom made them like that to how one of my aunt makes them, she makes them that way too. I feel like the consistency between how they both made them was the same. So, to be honest, I don't know if I've ever really thought about it, because I don't think I've ever had, you know, cakey versus chewy, but I think they're chewy. But yeah. It doesn't feel like cake when I eat them, I'll say that. If you're going to get started with King, I'd probably start elsewhere. Okay. Where would you recommend I start? If you had to say. Hey, welcome to your one and only gateway to the skies, the Celestia Airport. How can I help you out today? I wanna fly. Roger, so just to get the paperwork all official, where did you want to go? Harv's Island. Harv's Island, roger that, good buddy. I can set you up right now, but are you ready? All packed and stuff? Yep. Alright, let's get you airborne. Dodo 1, this is Dodo Tower. Wilbur, you copy. Got a walker who needs wings over. Okay, have a good flight, friend, and when you need to travel, just think, what would dodos do? I love them so much. Just because, like, the concept of dodos running an airport is so funny to me. You know? Like, y'all can't even fly. You could start with The Shining. Yes. I feel like I may have read The Shining before, but I don't fully remember it. But part of me is like, maybe I just held the book in my hands and I was flipping through it and then I saw like parts of it that I recognized from the movie, you know? But I don't think I read the whole thing. Did I? Let's see. No, but I have it in my to read. Okay. So we'll put that on my reading list. I'll get started with that. I'll probably start that after I finish Game of Thrones. Touchdown like scrapbooking in a mountain bike. We are parked and proud. Give a quack to wing back. Alright, so first things first, we're gonna visit Katrina because she's gonna give us our fortune for the day. So we can get some good luck. Hopefully good luck. Only I, Katrina, can see it. I see your truth. I will reveal it to you for just 1,000 bells. I'd like to know my luck. I kind of want to know about friendship, but maybe we shouldn't do that today just because we've been away for a while, so maybe our friendship levels are low? I don't know how that works exactly. Very well, I will consult my crystal about today's luck for you. Now please close your eyes. I see friends gathered in the square for group stretches. Some will do airplane runs. All are smiling. From this vision, I deduce that your luck with health will improve. Okay. That's great, but we're not... I don't think we're gonna get to, do landscaping today, unfortunately. So that's a little bit of a waste, but it's okay. Well, something good might happen today, or it might not. Now then, my crystal may guide you. May my crystal guide you. Katrina is also really funny to me because it's like, I get the feeling that she doesn't really like believe in herself, you know, or her abilities and whatnot. But like, she can do some stuff, you know? She's more capable than she realizes. Maybe she's just not sure of herself, I don't know. Hey Plenty! Thank you for the lurk! See, King famously disliked the Kubrick movie because of how it differed from the books. It would be interesting to see which version you like more. I did not know that, okay? Super interesting. I'm curious to know too. Oh my gosh, okay. I'm probably gonna make that what I read after I'm done with Game of Thrones. That's very interesting. Well, if it isn't Mia, how you been? It's only 500 bells a ticket, and each ticket nets a prize. Yep, every ticket is a winner. What do you say? I'm in. Excellent, wonderful. Now please reach your hand into the box and pull yourself a ticket. What'll it be? What'll you win? Let's find out. The one, the only, the number 26. That gets you one of my favorites, a strawberry donut. Enjoy. You're a natural at this. Why don't you pull another? Only 500 bells. No, we're done. Too exciting, huh? I understand. Well, thanks for playing and come back again soon. I always get little food items from him because I like to have them for when I do landscaping, so I can just like keep like maybe 3 of them in my pocket. I think that's usually enough for landscaping. I won't lie, an awful lot of folks have been asking me about buying that mystic statue there. Really? Really? But maybe the price scared him off, so I'll sell it to you for 4,980 bells. Deal of the winter, you win. We want a closer look. Because we're smart like that. Let's see. Ooh, it's difficult to tell from here. Or how about this? We'll just look it up. It's funny to me that people have made entire videos on this stuff. Okay. The fake statue is wearing an earring while the real one doesn't have any. Okay. So, I don't think this one has an earring. I thought we would have seen it by now. It'd be nice if, oh wait, no, I thought we could rotate, but I don't think we can. But I think we're good. I think this is a good purchase. So let's just go with it. Admiring the detail, can't blame you, it's extremely detailed. Brilliant stuff. And the best part, all that detail could be yours for just 4,980 bells. Sold. Cause we rich. Ha, you are not gonna regret this. I'll just take those bells from you. Yep, it's all there. Congratulations. You are now the proud owner of a mystic statue. I wonder how much Tom Nook would, or his little nephews would give us for this. I don't think I've ever sold any art to them because I always take it to the museum first. So I don't know. It's gonna be very interesting to find out. Okay. Looks like it may not even have both ears. I know, right? I was thinking the same thing. Like, there's no ear for the earring to hang on, even. If we had one, like, where would it go? And then, this is one of my favorite characters in the whole game. Leaf. Fun fact, his character is based off of Bob Ross. And I love Bob Ross for obvious reasons. But also the fact that he's a sloth. I also love sloths. They remind me to take naps and like just take life slower and rest, you know? So I love everything about him. And some of the things that he says is like references to Bob Ross, like things he would say, like happy little trees, but he says something slightly different, but it matches. He said, that is amazing. Bob Ross was my childhood. Me too. Do you have a PBS childhood? Because I did. Oh, hello. Isn't this the most perfect day to shop for flowers? Of course Leaf would say that when it's like the middle of winter and snow's on the ground. This week I'd like to recommend the lovely holly. It's in season right now, so I hope you'll try raising a few. I'd be happy to know what I can do for you today. We're here to shop. These are all the lovely little seeds and starts I have in stock today. Yeah, we want the hollies. I'm trying to see if there's anything else he has. I think we're good on flowers. I'm really more concerned about bushes. The hollies start a perfectly wonderful selection, and they're available in bulk. How many would you like? I'll take 5. Oh, thank you. He's just so cute and happy, like, my gosh. I love the mess out of him. I wish I had like a little leaf, like plushie. Like that would be so cute. Is there anything else I can do for you, my friend? See, he said my friend. Bob Ross. You gotta do what makes you happy. I'll be here if you need me. Happy little trees. Alright, who else? I think we gotta give you some of our stuff. You said PBS is where it's at, right? Well, you're looking spry-meal. What do you need? Put some items in storage. So we're gonna put the pears, some of this wood, and these holly starts, and the donut. Anything else you need? We're good. If you say so, Sprout. In the fall time, like in autumn, he turns into Cornimer. And he like has an acorn for a head, and he's like all acorn and everything. And I'm just like, I don't know how to interpret that every time it happens, because I'm like, are you yourself or are you somebody completely different? And I don't really know who I'm talking to, and it kind of freaks me out, to be honest. There's this YouTube channel where they do videos about Animal Crossing, but it's like wacky stuff that you wouldn't normally like think about. They'll do like Animal Crossing lore or just stuff that you like never knew about Animal Crossing. And I wonder if they've ever done a video about Cornimer, now that I think about it. If they haven't, I'd be so surprised, because I feel like that's kind of an obvious one that just begs questions, you know? We need answers. Ooh. Oh, okay. I was gonna take the statue to the museum, but I forgot Red always ships them to you, so you don't get them outright. Alright, let's go. We're gonna go collect seashells. I want to start at the top right though, so that way we can just like go in one big circle. One fell swoop. Oh my gosh. There we go. Having this out here on the beach looks weird now that it's snowing. Remember one time my parents were watching me play this and they were like, you got tomatoes growing in the dead of winter, there's snow on the ground, what? And I was just like, yeah. They were like, where are you? Where is this place? I feel like this is one of those games that like, it doesn't really make sense and doesn't always follow the laws of nature, but you know, you love it so much you don't really care, you don't really question it. Alright, so we collected our seashells. And what's next? Ooh, we need to check look mouse clusters. I think we already did that. Yeah. Or we can access our wardrobe and change our look. I don't really want to do that. Refresh with a group stretching session. It rocks. We're gonna do that anyway. Redeem Nook Miles. We're gonna do that anyway. Pop balloons. We could do that. We'll keep an eye out. But for now, let's do recipe bottles. I think we already got one, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Here it is. Got a true stock log. Okay. And then let's see. We can go buy from Nook's Cranny. We did the money tree. Alright, let's go to this shop. Alright, so what we're gonna do now is basically vibe up pretty much the entire store. So this is a pants press. I'm cataloging everything because I want to get like 100% completion in Animal Crossing, but I feel like that's crazy. Like, but there's people who do it, but I've never done it before, but I really want to. So, but yeah, we're cataloging everything. Okay. Yes. Seems like you're interested in a director's chair. think I already have one, but I don't have it on this catalog, so I'll just get it anyway. That's fine. I'm hoping we can go villager hunting because we have a free plot open and I really don't want some rando to get it. How much is it though? Okay, that's fair. I feel like usually when they put things in like the far right in the back, it's usually something very expensive. And I was like, whoa, 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 hold on now. Can we actually afford it? I was like, let me slow my roll for a second. Celebratory candles. We also need to check the town hall. Because I think they usually have like special event, special holiday items. And you can only get them like during that like time of the year, so. And this is model kits. Okay. And then book stands. Okay. So I think we're done here. And now we can go to Able Sisters. I feel like she's gonna tell me I need to disrobe. Yep. I don't understand why they made that like a thing in the game. Hey businessman! You said the infamous Sailor Doom is live! I am live! We live! How are you? You said, where have you been all my life? I was about to say I've been right here, but no, I actually went to go visit some family for the holidays. Oh, I still got this sweater on. But how are you? I hope your holidays were good. I hope you had restful holidays. I keep saying it like the holidays is over. Technically, they're not over. I keep forgetting that because it feels like they're over for me because I had to start work again today. But I know it's not over for everybody else. I know New Year's is still coming and, you know, other holidays as well, so. So, LOL. Doing good here. Glad to hear it. Alright. I'm trying to decide. Checkered Chesterfield coat. You know what? I think I might just buy some stuff just because I don't have it yet. So, and I don't think I have this yet. For the catalog, right? So yeah, we'll get this. And we'll get the other ones like another time. but for now we'll just go with this. I see we're crossing animals today. Yes. You know, it's interesting because I've always thought about it and I'm like, why is it called Animal Crossing? You know? But then I thought about it and I was like, well, there's like those road signs, right? That'll be like, I don't know, cow crossing or whatever. I guess depending on where you live, but like, yeah. And so, they walk around on your island, so I guess in a sense they are crossing. And if I remember correctly, I think that the guy who created Animal Crossing, he came up with the idea for the game because he had moved to like this town that he'd never been to before and he had like no friends or anything, so he was like really lonely while he was there. And I think that's what gave him the idea for Animal Crossing. Because, you know, the whole premise is like you move to a new town, you don't know anybody, you're making new friends, you're building a new life, so... Except they're all animals, you know? And they're all nice to you. Except in the older Animal Crossings, they were not so nice. Sometimes they were downright rude. And it's interesting because, like, sometimes I'll see people online kind of debating over, like, whether or not they want that kind of Animal Crossing to come back, you know? Oh wait, we need to get that one. We need to get it assessed first before we do anything else. You said crossing animals on Moonlit Mondays. I with it. Yeah, why not, you know? Why not? Why not? Okay. No, wait, we didn't want to do a donation. We just wanted you to assess it. Just kidding. So close. Ooh, you got a watch streak. Go businessman. I think you might be the first person to get a watch streak. I think. Don't quote me on that. But congratulations. Thank you so much. Let me see here. Okay, there you got one. Yay. That means it's mine. You said I'm the first, really? I think so. Either that or my memory's just really bad. I wish there was a way you could, like, see that for viewers or pull it up somehow. You know? Maybe there is, I just don't know how to do it. Shows I'm faithful, LOL, and dedicated. BRB ads, okay. Let's sell these. I'll wait till after the ads are over. Okay, I think the ads are over. He said, gonna bounce for now. Thank you so much for having me in. Of course, thank you so much for being here, Trillaby. I appreciate having you here. Hope you had a good time. And thanks for talking about books and lore and yummy snacks with me. I appreciate it. Yeah, so let me see, because I know there's the activity feed, right? But then the question is, how far does it go? You know? But maybe I can tell it to only show me the... Okay, I can tell it to only show me the streaks. This is the only one I'm seeing. I filtered it down. So... But like I said, it only goes back to like 25 days ago. So that would have been late November. And I've at least been streaming again since I've been back from my hiatus since early October. If not, it was October the 1st. So there might have been another, but I can't remember. I can't remember. Okay, so I'm trying to remember. I was like, what did we come here to do? Okay, let's check the recycling bin and get some free stuff. Okay. Now we're gonna go to Captain's Island and get some more stuff, some resources. But I think part of me is like, should we put some of this stuff away before we go? I don't think so. I think we're just gonna go. I think we'll be alright. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Ooh, sorry, Diana. Ready to take a tour. Round trip fare will cost you 1,000 miles. I am ready to go. Yeah, that's 1,000 miles then. Time to set sail. Watch your step as you hop on board. I always skip the songs, he always gets mad at me. Yara, we've arrived. I'll be here waiting for you when you're needing tools or if you're wanting to set sail for home. Okay. Alright, so... we need to build some snowfolk. I'm gonna attempt that while we're here. I say attempt because it's harder than it looks. Like, you can do it, but in order to get a perfect snow person and get like a prize for it, it's not exactly easy. They will judge you hard. Alright, so there's a DIY recipe on this page somewhere. Frosted pretzels. Ooh, that sounds good. Okay, so we got that, and now we're gonna go hit some rocks. Wait a second. I don't know if I have one of these or not. Got it. centipede, 99 more, and I'll have a dollar peed. Fun fact, I really hate centipedes. Like, there aren't many bugs in this world that I genuinely, like, hate, but this one, can't do it. Can't do it. Centipedes and millipedes, they freak me out so bad. I think we probably don't have any more hits left for this. Yeah, no. And then, okay, and then I think there's probably, what, maybe two or three? There's one. This might be it, actually. Yep, there's one more. Let me make sure this is it though, yeah, okay. So I think I'm gonna just put one right here. I think that should be enough, yeah. There's no vines on this island. There's no glowing moss. So, what we're gonna do is pick up these pumpkins. I'm trying to think, I don't think I need any of these flowers for my island. But I think we do need these bushes, so we'll take those. Ooh, you know what? I'll take the flower. Part of me was like, do I really need the flower? No. Let's try it. I was worried that was gonna happen. So we need a flimsy shovel. I usually don't craft shovels, I just buy them, so I'm just kind of like sad right now. Just because I know it takes more time to craft them than to just, you know, buy them, so. And how many do you need? 5. And 3 more. Yes. And I heard that in the 3.0 update, they're gonna give us bulk crafting, which will be nice, so we don't have to do like, you know, every single like individual one. So that's time for that. Okay. Now we're ready. I feel like I want something like sweet to snack on right now. Like right now I'm specifically craving Starburst, but I don't think I have any. The only candy I have right now is those chocolate covered peanuts. Oh, okay. Can't carry. So we'll just go with that for now. We don't need like all of this stuff. Usually whenever I go on these islands, I just pick up whatever I can carry, you know? But if I can't get everything, it's like not a bad thing at all. My feelings aren't hurt at all. Ready to go home. I was about to say, do you not hear me pressing the skip button? You got a little too far into that song. More than what I'm used to. I was like, whoa, hold on now. You're getting kind of ahead of yourself. We need to get rid of some of this stuff. I guess I should take this wreath down since it's not Christmas anymore. You said, okay, back. Went to get something to eat as well. Ooh, what'd you get? Oh no! I haven't been in my house in a while, so there's like roaches. I have to run into each room and kill them. Step on them. You said redeemed trivia? Oh god, I'm trying to remember how trivia works because I haven't done trivia in a while. Let's see. Okay, so I think the way that I used to do it was like I would give you two options. One was I can either give you like a random trivia question or fun fact, or I can ask you a trivia question about myself, or however would you like to do this? He said, oh, I'm curious to know as well. Me too. Same. I set that up like before my hiatus, so that was like over a year ago. I'm still trying to get back into the swing of things. He said, wow, LOL, right? Makes sense, yeah. I want to try to take this coming Saturday and work on stream stuff, you know? Like just stuff to like make my streams better, reset some things because I know there's some stuff that needs to be reset. But yeah, just take care of like all that kind of stuff. You said, okay, let's hear a fun fact about yourself. Fun fact about myself. I feel like y'all have already heard me talk about like all my favorite foods and stuff. Okay, here's one. When I was in 4th grade, my mom made me sign up for both karate classes and this program called Cheer America. And it was crazy because the karate class was like on Friday nights and Cheer America was Saturday mornings. And as you know, those of us know, Friday nights and Saturday mornings were like prime time, like cartoon time, especially Saturday mornings. Specifically at that time, Cartoon Network had new episodes like every Friday. And so I literally only went to one class of karate and one class for Cheer America, and I immediately quit. And my whole reason for quitting was because I wanted to watch my cartoons and I did not want to miss them. So that's it. That's how much I love cartoons. I quit karate after one day. I quit Cheer America after one day. I was like, this isn't worth it. My cartoons are worth more. I'm sorry. I'm never coming back here, and I didn't. It's a priority. I see exactly. I was like, I'm not gonna miss these cartoons, especially when it's like the first time some of them are airing ever, you know, on a Friday night, excuse me, and a Saturday morning with my cereal. Like, what? Cartoons, that is. Yes. I love my cartoons. Even now, like, the cartoons that I watched when I was a kid, they're still, like, my comfort shows. I love them. You said interesting. Priorities, right? Priorities. But yeah, that's like a running joke in my family that like I quit both of those things just for cartoons. And like to this day, like I don't feel bad about it at all. Like I have no regrets. Period. It would be nice to learn karate, but I think I also just told myself at that young age, like I have the rest of my life to learn karate, you know? So I wasn't too pressed about it. You said, what's your favorite go-to cartoon? Oh my gosh, Declan! Thank you so much for the raid! How in the world are you? Also, what were you streaming? Oh, I see Silent Hill 2. I need to get into Silent Hill. Just finished streaming Silent Hill 2, yeah. I need to get into Silent Hill so bad. As a Resi girl, I need to get into Silent Hill. I know I'm overdue. Yeah, welcome Raiders. Thank y'all so much for being here. You said, what's your favorite go-to cartoon? I don't know if I can pick just one, but I know some of my favorites, like from when I was really little, was like Hey Arnold, Rugrats, Rocket Power. I've always wanted to learn how to skateboard, and I'm probably gonna get a longboard soon, so I'm excited for that. Finally, I just wanted to be an extreme kid like them. And then, what else are some good ones? SpongeBob, of course. I speak fluent SpongeBob. Adventure Time was really good. Fantastic. I was actually watching Adventure Time the other day. Like Saturday, I think. And then Chowder. I love Chowder. I feel like people don't talk about Chowder as much as they should. Like that show, comedy gold, pure comedy gold. So yeah, just got further. Oh no, Death Stream too. Are you talking about when you say Death Stream? You're talking about Death Stranding or classic cartoons right there? Exactly, classic cartoons. Um, you said indeed fluent SpongeBob language. Add that to your language. I'm so freaking fluent in SpongeBob. It's so funny though because my when me and my brother get together, because growing up like we would watch cartoons together like almost all the time, and so me and him like we it's so funny when we get together because we'll like be speaking in references from movies, TV shows, games, whatever. even sometimes songs. And one day my dad told us, he was like, if either of y'all ever get married, it'll be so funny because your spouses won't know what y'all are talking about. He said it's like we're speaking a different language when me and my brother get together. Because we'll just be throwing references from like all these other things and communicating at the same time. It's crazy. Exchanging ideas from just using statements from like other things that we've seen before. You said, yeah, my friends and I do that too, especially movies. Yes. I really think it's a skill because you gotta like reach back into your brain, your memory from like whoever knows how long ago, right? And then you start thinking to yourself, like, where did we hear that from? Like, what movie was that? Like, where did that come from? Like, you also get to a point where you like almost overuse it. You don't even remember the source anymore, you know? But you know it's funny, so you say it anyway. But yeah. Um, Also, this one's probably like when we're talking about cartoons. This one's probably a little controversial, and I only say that because some people love it, some people see it and they feel immediately disturbed. But I really, really, really loved the Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack, and I think I loved it because I loved Flapjack as a character. I just thought he was so cute and adorable. I was like, if I ever have a son one day, I want him to be just like Flapjack, just like the sweetest little person ever, just wanting to help people. I also really loved Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends because when I was a little kid, I had an imaginary friend and I felt so seen with Foster's. Oh, and then how could I forget Powerpuff Girls? I only thought about Powerpuff Girls just now because I think if I remember correctly, the same guy who did Powerpuff Girls also did Foster's. And when I found that out, like it just blew my mind. I was like, what? But then you can totally see it, you know? Like the animation's a little different, but everything else is pretty much there. And then Dexter's Laboratory, peak, y'all. Fantastic cartoons. And I'm sure I'm not, naming all of them, but these are just the ones that are like off the top of my head right now. Imagine Sailor Doom having imaginary friend growing up. Yeah. It's so funny, y'all, because so his name was Mr. Nobody, and my parents really thought like something freaky was going on. Like you know, like those horror movies of like creepy children, you know? Yeah. They thought that they were like, do we have to like take her to go see a professional or something? Like, is she okay? You know, and I was fine. I was just, being a child, having an imagination. But that's another running joke in our family is my imaginary friend that I had when I was quite little. And then I think one day my mom just told me, she was just like, look, you're getting too old for this. Like, you got to put away your imaginary friend. And so I just kind of made up this story to satisfy myself and my parents that Mr. Nobody got married, had a family, and now they live at Disney World. And I was just like, that's the end of it. That's the end of the story. We're not making any new seasons for Mr. Nobody. That's it. It's all over and done with. You said you just had a great imagination when you were little. That's all. I still have a great imagination. But yeah, yes, I had a even now, very, very vivid imagination. Even my dreams are very vivid too. To, I guess, piggyback off of that, just to give you an idea of how, like, I guess, imaginative I am. Whenever people ask me what my favorite, like, Disney movie is, I would always say Alice in Wonderland. Very on brand, right? Because honestly, like, I liked all the Disney princesses and everything, but I don't think any of those movies really made me feel like seen or understood until I watched Alice in Wonderland. And I was like, this is trippy, you know? But at the same time, it was all about this girl who imagined everything, you know? And the whole movie, to me, it was really fun. Like, I loved watching it. I still love it to this day. You said not you having a perfect ending to your story. I mean, I was like, well, what else are we gonna do? You know, like, where else would an imaginary friend go to live for the rest of their lives, you know? And so then, like, when they came out with Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so great, you know? It kind of made me think, like, that's where Mr. Nobody would have gone, you know? But he was cool, he was chill. And I think there's even, like, a movie, I don't know if it's still on Netflix, but it used to be on Netflix. But it was called Mr. Nobody, and I think, like, Johnny Depp was playing, like, the main character or something. I never watched it. But every time it would pop up on Netflix, my dad would be like, hey, remember your imaginary friend? And I was just like, yeah, Dad, I remember. I have no idea what that movie is about, and I don't want to know. Obviously, y'all can tell I could talk about cartoons all day, right? Because I just spent I don't know how long talking about all of that stuff. And imaginary friends, too, apparently. But it's all related. All related topics. I'll put this here. We can we'll save this for the museum. I probably already have one of these, but we'll keep it just in case. We need to go to the Happy Home Paradise Island. I'm trying to make sure we'll have time for villager hunting. I think what I might do, but also do we even have enough points for that? We're getting close. And selling clumps of weeds isn't gonna give us enough for that. I might have some tickets though, like in my house. So maybe we'll just wait for that. You said most people just stop talking to their imaginary friend, but you gave it a conclusive ending. I felt like I had to, you know? I felt like I had to. I had to come up with something to, like, appease both my parents and myself, so, you know. I'm very creative, thank you. I'm glad someone could appreciate it. Because back then, my parents were just like, just get rid of them. We can't do this anymore. But yeah, I think that's why I liked Foster so much. Like, even the concept of a show like that is very creative, you know? Parents just don't understand. Yeah. And I think as a child, like, I felt weird because I was just like, I know y'all were kids once. Like, did you not, like, go through anything like this? Or, I don't know. But I also feel like things were different, you know, back when our parents were kids. And some of them had to, like, grow up much faster, you know? Like, sometimes my mom, she'll talk about how she had to help out with her parents, like, on the farm or whatever. Or just, like, even in the garden. And it's like, she probably didn't have time to have an imaginary friend, to be fair, you know. She was busy. I don't know if she still had a childhood, because she does talk about, like, you know, fun things that they did and games and stuff that they played, so. But she probably didn't have, like, as much free time as I had as a kid, if that makes sense. He said, yeah, my mom had to grow up fast after her mom passed. See? Stuff like that. she was pregnant with me at that time. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, because then it's like you're expecting a child, and I feel like I don't know. At least for me, like if I was ever expecting a child, I would, think that oh my mom will be here to help me, through that. But to not have your mom, you know, that's that adds like a whole other layer of like having to mature faster. Wasn't even in her 20s yet. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So it's like she, was still a teenager. So yeah, that's a lot of growing up early on. He says, so yeah, I get it. I think my mom, she had me when she was in her 30s. Yeah. I think she had both me and my brother in her 30s. Oh, okay. Well then, where do you check the tent? I really want to go villager hunting today, but I don't know if we can because we don't have enough Nick Mouse points. But I'm also feeling kind of hard-headed, and I'm like, I don't want to do all this other stuff that I don't feel like doing just so we can do that, but Well, you know what? This one's not that difficult, and we get double points for it. It just says access your wardrobe and change your look. We can do that. We can do that. That is not asking for too much. We can do that. Class is standing by. We want to go back. That's right. I also want to kick some people off the island. But nobody seems ready to leave yet, so we'll have to wait. I'm ready for them to leave. Right now, I'm trying to... Let's see. I'm trying to kick off Bill, Renee, Octavian, and that's it. So just those three. Oh wait, no, I forgot. Gala. I like her. She's sweet, but she doesn't really fit what I'm trying to do with my island. Unfortunately. So her time here is limited. And I'll be honest too, like even these two down here, Eugene and Peanut, their futures on this island are not secure either. I very well might get rid of both of them. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to find out. I feel like Peanut is more like a honorable mention. Okay, so I think all we gotta do is just change our clothes. And then we get the points. And then that should give us enough for at least one ticket. Like a mouse ticket. I don't think we did that right. Hold on. I think it wants us to do like that and then change. So let's do, we could wear this thing that we bought today. And then, I don't know, cargo pants. I feel like I don't have any other pants that really like go with this color scheme, so. Or. Nah. I mean, this is kind of cute. No, I'm not feeling it. Some shoes. And I think we'll not do a bag for now. I mean, the blue kind of matches. This also kind of matches, at least the pants a little bit. But I think I like this more. I like the color and the contrast. And I think that's enough. Hopefully this is enough for us to get our points. Give me my points. Yes! Okay. Alrighty. Ta-da! Cool. So I want to test something today. I feel like I think there's a way to villager hunt on Animal Crossing similar to how people do shiny hunting for Pokemon. And I want to test that theory today. But also let me make sure I don't have any extra tickets. I forgot to check for that. I got so much stuff. Ooh, I do have some. Okay. So basically my idea is that we will use these tickets and we will save. Well, I don't even think we can. I was gonna say we will save. I think we would have to turn off autosave in order for this to work. I think, can we turn off autosave? That's the next question, because I've never done this before. Okay, so yeah. So now we'll have, what, 3? 4? Because I think I had 2 in my house, if I remember correctly. We have 3 tickets, so we can just test it and see what happens. But first, let me see if there's a way to turn off auto save. Apparently there's no way to turn it off. Because my thing is, like, every time the screen, like, goes black, like there's a screen transition, I'm pretty sure it saves. Maybe not every time, because it's not saving right now. So, but there it is, it's saving now. Okay. I think we'll just have to watch it and see what happens. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. There's certain villagers that I'm trying to get, so... Alright, so we got 3 currently. I'm gonna fly. Use Nook Miles ticket. I'm gonna keep my eye on the top right corner, so I'll know exactly. Oh well, it's saving now. Dodo 1, this is Dodo Tower. Go over your copy. Gotta walk inventory this over. They really rigged this, didn't they? Dag nabbit. really rigged this. Or let's see what happens once we get here. We're 2 down and docked at the target island. Whatever, man. Let's go see who's here. Okay, I don't want him. So let's just close. We're just gonna close for now. And then I'm gonna reopen it. I did that because my brother has a profile on here. You said I still laugh at the sound of their conversation on here. Yeah. Their language actually has a name. It's called Annabelese, I think, if I remember correctly. But it's funny because literally the way that they talk and how they sound is literally just each individual letter of each word being spoken, but just very fast. That's all it is. So like for like Animal Crossing, for example, they're saying the A-N-I-M-A-L, but just very fast. If that makes sense. Okay, let's see if this worked. Or did I just cheat myself? Or maybe it doesn't matter at all. But at least I have 3 tickets, so. So look at you breaking down their language. I think I figured that out when I was younger. Like, I think after I played, it wasn't Wild World, but it was probably City Folk, I think, when I figured it out. Let's see how many tickets we got. I've seen people who can actually speak it though, and it's crazy. Like, I can't do it, but I wish I could. Okay, so I only have 2 tickets left. So, boo. But hopefully we'll get somebody we want. Boo. I only got like 4 minutes left, so I hope this works. I hope we get somebody we actually want. Alright, who is here? No! Disappointment. Alright, this is our last one. Apparently there isn't really any way to get around this, so really just gotta cross our finger. I think Oh wait, hold on. I thought that was a villager way back. It was just a flower. I don't think this is who I want. No. She's pretty though, but she's not good. Unfortunately. That's okay. At least we got to do a little bit of villager hunting today. I wanted to at least try. I'd rather try than not at all, so it's okay. Let's see. We didn't get everything done today that I wanted to do, but I think that's okay. We still got a lot done, so it's all good. I forgot to chop this tree down. And let's also catch this snowflake. Okay. We are all out of time for today, y'all. So there is another channel that I like to watch. It's called Crossing Channel, all about Animal Crossing. Let's see. You said, great seeing you again. You too. Hope you have a good rest of your night. So I think we should raid Crossing Channel. Other than that, I think we're done for the day. I want to say thank you to everybody who came out to the stream today. I want to personally say thank you to Businessman for your, what was it, your 3-stream streak. Thank you for always pulling up. Appreciate you. Said enjoy the rest of your Monday. You too. Thank you so much. And thank you to Declan for the raid. I appreciate you so much. Oh, and Businessman, you did some cheers. Thank you. For the bits. Thank you for the bits. You said before I go, let me do this real quick. But yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. So yeah, that's it for me for today. I will be streaming tomorrow. Right now, the plan is, oh wait, you know what? There's a balloon. Hold on. Let's do that real quick. We can get a little points for it. Let's do that. So we can use them for next time. Yeah. There we go. Ta-da! Okay, now I'm done. But yes, we're done for the night, so, I'm going to think. But yeah, so I'm done for the night. I hope that you all have a wonderful rest of your night or day wherever you are in the world. And as always, remember to be good to yourself as well as to others, and I will catch y'all next time. Bye!